RPGs are synonymous with player choice. From choosing your character's looks and build, to combat style and narrative-altering decisions, this genre strives to give the player agency over their adventure. Over the years, RPGs have expanded their romance options as well, giving players yet another layer of choice. How's it going, everyone? I'm Austin, and today on Game Rant, I'll be taking you through some games that let you get to know your fellow characters just a little bit better. Starting us off, we have Baldur's Gate 3. Larian Studios' 2023 Game of the Year offers 6 romance options for players to explore. While this number is rather modest compared to some of the other games on the list, that does not mean they aren't worth pursuing. Larian crafted 6 amazing storylines here, some of them with, surprising outcomes. Just like other RPGs with romance options, each one in Baldur's Gate 3 needs to be carefully navigated to help your character break out of the friend zone. Next up, we got Stardew Valley. As you build your life in this solo-developed farming simulator, you might need some help running your estate. Thankfully, Stardew Valley offers 12 different characters for players to pursue romantically. The romance system has some impressive depth to it as well, as players can date, propose to, marry, and even divorce any of the available characters, each of them with fleshed out personalities with likes, dislikes, and temperaments. So players should pay close attention to these traits before choosing to take their vows. Whether married life makes the homestead a better place is up to the player, as it's their responsibility to keep their spouse happy and healthy. Moving on, we have Star Wars: The Old Republic. BioWare has always enjoyed the dynamics that romantic interests add to their games, and Star Wars: The Old Republic is no exception. This 2011 game offers 31 romance options for players to choose from. The system in Old Republic is a little more restrictive than in other games on our list, as certain options are only available to certain classes. Whether you choose to be a Jedi or a bounty hunter, most classes only have a male and female character to potentially romance. However, some classes like the Smuggler do give a little more flexibility, as they have a third option to choose from. But if the player isn't careful, the additional choice can lead to some jealous companions. Then again, if you're one to stir the pot, the Smuggler might just be the class for you. Next on our list is Bethesda's favorite game to re-release, Skyrim. While they do receive criticism for constantly re-releasing new versions of a nearly 15-year-old game, it's easy to see why they do it. Players just can't seem to get enough of this 2011 RPG. They love to stretch the flexible gameplay systems to their limit and even beyond just to see what happens. This includes the romance system that has a roster of 62 available characters. It has 0 restrictions, so players are free to pursue whoever they want, regardless of their class or allegiances. Though some characters are a bit more detailed than others, the romance options are a great way to get more out of this legendary game. Alright, let's scale things up a bit with Mount & Blade Warband. This 2010 RPG has a staggering 148 romance options. In this world of kings and queens, your ultimate goal is to establish and manage a throne of your very own, and the romance system plays an integral role in that journey. Each one of the available characters already belongs to a noble house, so the player's choice of partner is also a political alignment. While you can certainly follow your heart in Mount & Blade Warband, a more strategic choice could be a huge help as you fight your way to the top of the noble houses. And finally, we have the entire Fable series. The Fable games don't actually have a set number of romance options. If a character dies, whether by the player's hand or otherwise, the game will just spawn a new one. So yes, the list of options is in fact infinite. But the series didn't remain stagnant over the years. It found ways to expand the romance system by adding more depth to the courting mechanics, the style of wedding you want, and even marrying another player character in co-op. And there you have it. Those were some RPGs that offer the most romance options. Thanks so much for tuning in to Game Rant. We'll see you next time.